Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab your coffee, maybe some tea, definitely a snack, and let's get into it. So I've got some emails, some boots on the ground, if you will, okay? And I'm going to discuss them with you. These are very important, I feel. If they're important enough for community members to reach out and email me, then they're important to me, and I want them to be important to you as well, okay? So the first email says, we all want to protect our edible items from marauders, whether they are authorized, non-authorized. I was cleaning in the garage the other day and thought a light bulb went off. Bing! When we moved into our home, it was painted inside and out. All of the leftover containers were with paint were stacked in the garage, including 7 gray 5-gallon buckets with various paints. Who looks at those unless they want to use it or get rid of it? Right. I have, things of paint out there from when I painted my house last year. Who looks at that? Nobody. Right? So she said, I went online and searched. Berlin Packaging sells these buckets. Oh, okay, the paint buckets. Okay. They are food grade, but look like paint containers. Not as cheap as the white containers, but easy to overlook. I have repackaged several items. One side of the container says what's in it, and the other side will have a label from my local big box hardware store that has the name of paint and a formula. The paint department in the past has printed out extra labels for me that I kept in a notebook in case I needed to order extra paint. I don't keep my new buckets in the garage because it's too hot, but if I have to, I can move them in for safekeeping. This is a very, very good idea. This is a very good idea. If you are trying to hide your preps from marauders, it's a very good idea. That's awesome. Thank you. Wow. I would have never thought. Okay. So here's another email, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box below for you guys, okay? And this community member said, this is a weekly interview with a government contractor. One of his contacts told him that worldwide storage is at a premium, and they are running out. As always, I have to wonder if they are waiting for a new currency. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And not the people have no money to buy stuff reason alone. On one hand, it's good to know that stuff has been delivered into the countries where it will be needed someday. He also went on to say that major sales will have probably commenced after a period of time. I went to 2 different Walmarts last week. I didn't see a lot of clearance beyond the normal. There are more grills than ever before. And the outdoor prep table with the sink, I just went up in price between last week and now. So she has a link, so I'll leave the link in the description box below, okay? So thank you for that, all right? Now, here is from another community member. He said, Autumn, just as an inside to your Geico Red Alert video, okay, right, because of what Geico did, closing down all of those, what was it, 38 or 48 offices in California or something like that. And then I, told you about the price increase and stuff like that we had dealt with, and now we're with USAA. He said it's not just Geico. My nephew's roommate works for Farmers Insurance and told the family on the down low that all insurance companies are going to be raising prices by a minimum of 11% starting with the next quarter. So he said, just thought I'd let you know what to do with this info. Thank you very much for this. So keep an eye on your, not just your car insurance, your homeowners, your renter's insurance, any kind of insurance that you have, even if it's, I would think, you know, your health insurance, everything. Keep an eye on those prices, okay? So, excuse me. Here is something else to do with that Geico video that I did. This community member said, when you read from a listener who is emailing you about Family Dollar in tiny towns, and although it's great, there's one big problem. Many of those tiny towns have elderly and low income that can't drive or can't afford to drive to big cities or towns. This saddens me, as the same thing happened during the pandemic. Those who are unable to travel did without because big cities and city dwellers raided our stores. The nearest store is over an hour away from her. Many could not get supplies, food, OTCs, because there's no alternative for shopping. Wow. She said maybe it's valuable heads up for helping folks out so small town folk are able to stock up even just for plain necessities. Yeah, it is for those that live in small towns and can't get to the bigger towns and things like that. You know, maybe if you can start purchasing online and stuff. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible, guys. It really, truly is. Oh, man. So here we go with this, all right? This community member, she said, well, the electric company that I work for just told us they are doing rolling brownouts. This information is on a need-to-know basis, but I figured, well, Autumn needs to know. Thank you. And as I said previously, we started a practice, different scripts in anticipation for blackouts. You know, quote unquote, weather-related blackouts and stuff like that. You know what I mean. Yeah, so there's an uptick in that training right now it's continuing, letting you know that dark winter is probably going to be upon us pretty darn soon. Thank you. So take it from somebody who actually works at the electric company. She's in Texas. Okay? My gosh. My gosh. Here's another one saying, so I wasn't anticipating sending you another email, but it looks like I have to after checking out my HEB, H-E-B, you know, that grocery store online. You can go to H-E-B online yourself and see what I'm talking about. You can see that the eggs are over $3 right now. You can see that certain colas are not even available right now. I've been noticing that with Kroger, Walmart, Target, Aldi, everything. It's very strange now. It's very strange. I believe that the food storage is picking up once again. Could this be the last time and the most devastating time? Certainly possible with everything going on lately. I'm just saying that it hasn't been this bad in the last 3 weeks, and now it took a nosedive into where the Friskies pate cat food that she gets for her cat. Her cat is going to have to do without, and it's just killing me. Yeah, there's a lot that's going on. And she also said she suggests everyone get a voltage and continuity tester. All right. I will look for one of those and see if I can find a link. Okay. So you guys can purchase one. My gosh. My gosh. This is terrible. And before I go, You know how a lot of us like to shop at Aldi, okay, because the prices are so much cheaper than, say, Walmart, right? Well, this community member said, I went shopping yesterday, first to Aldi, then to Walmart, and I found that Aldi's prices are basically the same as Walmart. Some things are higher. I may as well just go to Walmart and get everything I need in one place. Few shoppers at Aldi. Walmart was packed. Being nosy, I looked at carts as I passed by other shoppers. I would say at least a third were preppers or they just woke up. Carts were filled with more bulk than weekly type items. One woman had at least 6 containers of 60 eggs. Whoa, maybe she's like a restaurant owner. I don't know. One was filled with nothing but water. Others were filled with multiple of each items. Honestly, few were buying non-food items. I know personally I love school supplies. Every year I stock up for myself because I love paper as well as for things for my grandkids. And I didn't purchase any, and prices weren't great, and I chose to buy cans of chicken and beef instead. I looked at how much prices rose from a week ago. I just don't know how struggling families will be able to eat. Listen, I get it. I became sad in the store, not for myself because I prep. I was sad for those with limited resources or those just not seeing where things are headed. Prep and pray. Yeah, no kidding. It's going to get really, really bad. And for those that looked at people like us and either laughed at us, called us nuts, things like that, they're going to be the ones that are going to be begging us for food. And it's ultimately going to be up to you to help them or not. Will you help? I guess would it be like a case-by-case basis? You know? For me, you know, obviously if there's children involved, I'll never let a kid go hungry. You know? I mean, that would be the same as myself allowing my own kids to go hungry, and that'll never happen. You know what I mean? So, you know, these are going to be desperate times, desperate measures, desperate people. But you know yourself, you're not going to be able to help everybody. No, you're not. Because then you're sacrificing your own family. You're taking food out of your own kids' mouths. So you have to look at it that way. So what do? Do you just stock up on a whole bunch of rice and beans? Have that stuff put aside. Here, peanut butter, jelly, bread, go. You know? Glad you see. You can't let kids go hungry. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't. I would never do it. Never. You know? You know? What do you say? Here, let me have the kids. Now you go. You know what I mean? As a mom, and this is just being a mom here. As a mom, that would be my first instinct. You know? But then, also as a mom, I think I would flip out if anyone tried to take my kids. You know what I mean? So what do? I put the parents to work. Make them earn it. You know? So, alright guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.